Good evening and welcome to episode 13 of Get It Forward podcast. Tonight we've got with us a man who's still playing and doing very well for himself, captain at Hallam FC, a man who can head it further than some people can kick a football.
Fair comment.
Mr. Danny South.
I thought you were introducing me. Welcome, Alfreton. Welcome aboard, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us today, pal. Obviously, when this goes out, fingers crossed you've got to a playoff final, mate, because this will obviously air on Sunday, and obviously a big game Saturday, which we'll come on to in a bit. Like we always do with these podcasts though, mate, we always like to start right back at the start of your football journey, so take it right back to your early years and when you first started playing, mate. Just talk us through your early times in footy and how you started playing the game we all love.
I think I was young and I was going off field with Grandad and I didn't even like football. Didn't like it all. But then I used to go swimming. It's a funny story. I used to go swimming and I told my mum I hated swimming, so I didn't want to go. I wanted to go football. She said, "Right, you got to do 2 lengths at swimming pool."
That was just that for you. One arm
I already in pool on the side. And she went, "Right." So I did it. I went, "Mate, I want to go football now." I didn't even know if I could play.
Yeah. How old were you this time?
7.
Yeah.
I went up to Wakefield at Mexborough. Mexborough Rovers, I think it was, and met manager called Ian Wright.
Not the year, right?
No, not him. But my mum says he wants to play. He went, "Oh, what position is he?" And I went, "I don't know, but if he can play." So I went, "Oh,
It's
right."
funny that because 30 odd years and we still don't know what position.
I don't know.
I'm sure we'll talk about that for it as well.
And they went, "Right, we'll try him then." So I went, and he turned around. I must have been good. But he turned around and went, "I thought he said he couldn't play." And I started playing. I was centre mid, but yeah, centre mid at 7. That was another position I played.
Yeah.
And I just went from there. Now, I think of a couple of years there, and I got a few trials at Wednesdays and that. So yeah, I started well.
Just enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Just enjoy.
Because there were a few
better than swimming.
Yeah, miles better than swimming. I didn't edit then either, so I was decent with my feet.
Yeah.
But that changed, innit? But yeah, I just started enjoying it a few years there, and it was good.
Where did it take you on to from there then? Were you part of a junior football side then?
Never ever joined the club. Ever. I had trials at Wednesdays.
How were you then, so?
I think I was 8 or 9 then. There were the same players there from when I went a few years later.
Yeah.
Like Liam Palmer were there and all that. And I got a 6-week trial, but I never went. I just wanted to carry on playing with my mates because they're all my schoolmates. So I just wanted to carry on playing with them, which you do as that age. You know what I mean? And I never went to a club, never signed for a club. I went to Fernska from there, played at Fernska for a few years, and I don't know if you know Don Elliott, do you know him from Fernska? Yeah. Under him, we had a good club there, and Roma St Joseph's.
Yeah, it's good lad.
Right.
There's been a couple on our Roma St Joseph's. We talked about on previous podcasts, South, we talked about sort of my year and Smudge's year. Obviously, you were a little bit younger than us, but they were always like Junior Blades, Young Owls, Roma St Joseph's.
Answorth were good at my age, you know.
Yeah, well, Answorth weren't really about when we were younger, were they? No. You know, Middlewood was here, weren't they?
Yeah.
Sheffield Rangers.
I think Wickersley were just coming as well. Wickersley youth, they were good at that age. Millmore Juniors, I think.
Right.
They were like they were good. But we had some good battles with all them. Romarsh were always up there though, weren't they? Yeah. Good setup, great. It's still a good setup now, to be fair. My cousin lad played for them and there's still a very good setup.
Would you have been like sort of early 2000s, like, or 2004, 2005 when you were playing?
92 old on.
So fair.
Not great at that. So I'm trying to work it out in my head.
So 2005 would have been 13, so yeah.
That time. So that's when I went to Joseph's, because I went to Unwell Main after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joseph's were about 13, yeah.
Who did you play under there? Anybody we know? Or?
Pete Foster.
What lads were that?
He was an actor.
What, really?
No, Luke Foster.
Yeah.
He was his dad.
Oh, right.
So, yeah.
He was sat at home once watching telly.
Luke Foster.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just got done, he went on telly watching Coronation Street. Next minute, and Pete Foster's there. He was copper on Cora. I'm thinking that.
South is thinking, how's he done that? He's just took training 6 years ago. Is it Rover's return now? I'm going to buy him.
He's on Rover. He's still at edge of fetching my ball.
So how long were you there for, Joseph?
2 years.
Enjoy
2 years, yeah. We went second league. We did well, won it, and then that's where we went to like your young Owls. We played Handsworth, we played all them, and we didn't do very well. Then
Who were in that side? Anybody who's gone on and done all semi-pro or no?
No. Eddie's brother, but they not
A few lads from Mexborough come
Matty
here.
Beavers, you know Matty
Yeah,
Beavers.
no,
He was there.
yeah.
Matty Beavers.
Did any lads come here from Mexborough? You met some?
Tommy Needham came for a trial, bless him, and didn't get in. But then he went to Main Street. His dad set Main Street to them, didn't he? But me and Tommy, like, we followed each other from Mexborough Rovers, went to Fernsker, and then we tried going to Royal Marsh together, and it just didn't happen. But,
So you split up then, and then
I went to Unwell Main under Terry Simon.
Yeah, it is.
Really lad, isn't it?
Top lad, and
Great goal.
yeah, we need to get him on. We tried to get him on a couple of weeks ago, but we were too busy signing autographs for his 250th.
Yeah.
He's done well up there, to be fair to him.
He has, and they've done a great season this season, haven't they? So
Keep just breading youngins through, don't they? Just keep giving them game times and doing well. And Wingrove will.
The Royal Marsh got me to Wednesdays again.
did they?
At 13. But that just never happened again. I've been to Wednesdays 3 times.
Have you?
I don't know when, but it just...
Have you always been a size, Selfie? Obviously, as long as I've known you, you've always been.
When I was young, I always had like long legs, but I was always short. But I was never like broad.
No.
I filled out when I was about 18, 19. I was never like broad, never big.
So we have a lot of lads on like who, it's been the size.
Yeah.
Where they've not made it.
It was more my fitness. When I was like 16, 17, it was more my fitness that told me. I've never been fit.
No.
I've never.
It's never bothered me.
No. No,
We've
obviously.
had a couple of good races, haven't we?
I think it's on the race I never won.
You told me that's how long you was.
Did well.
Yeah. So from Unwell.
Unwell Main, when I first got into men's football, because I would tell you 14, 15, 16, and under Teddy, I loved it under Teddy because he was classy, he was a good coach and all, and he just knew. And we were brilliant, our team was really good to be fair. And then when I was 15, I trained with Unwell on Saturday with young'uns, and then I go and play with first team 15. Yeah, in the afternoon.
So they'd have been county senior.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't starting, I was coming off bench and that, but then it got stopped because I wasn't like so 15. They were all like
16.
Yeah. But I do training in the morning, we go for a chippy in the afternoon, and then I'll go and play. They take a summer lane chippy.
What were your order, Selfie?
Oh, fish chips and peas at the time, yeah, not a bit. And then
still play?
Yeah, well.
You couldn't do it when you were younger, couldn't you?
I scored at 15 and all, I was buzzing against Millmore.
Right.
And I was buzzing. Yeah. And then I'd stop, got to Moncup final that year and I couldn't play.
For what reason?
So too young.
So you left 1-1 at 16 then? Was that because Terry moved on somewhere?
No, Teddy was still there. We played in a cup final and I knew he was watching me a few times. It was Ronnie Glavin, he was watching me a few times. And we played in a cup final at Hallam's pitch, to be fair. And we beat Oil and Falcons. And I scored 2 good goals, one header and a scissor kick. You won't believe that, would you?
Croucher.
Yeah, it was good goals as well. And Ronnie Glavin came up to me dad afterwards and asked me to go and play for Wakefield.
Yeah. And that's when I first came across you. Wakefield, we'll talk about this other day.
I'm surprised you never ended up at Wakefield.
Yeah.
Just on size alone. Ronnie just had a
And I
chance.
did. If I remember right about yours, what dentist there?
Me and Denton up front.
Mark Roberts.
Yeah, Wes Milnes, James Dudge.
Wes Mills. I couldn't remember. I knew it was Wes, but I couldn't remember his surname. Wes Mills.
James Dudge.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Lady. Both Lates ended up late at one point.
Yeah.
We had James Stansfield.
Chris Howarth.
Chris Howarth. We had a good side to play. Do you know when you look at it?
Ferguson. What it Ferguson or Wayne?
Delroy.
Ferguson.
Yeah.
We were talking to him too. Like,
Adam Jones.
Yeah.
You know, centre mid.
Yeah.
Absolute loose cannon boys.
Who we keep?
ADHD. Goalkeeper. I don't know there. Something called Wood at first. Then with Jan Zollner. No case. I can't remember.
Where were you playing your games, Southfield, Wakefield, when Ronnie took you away?
College Grove. Big then.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So like, I had to do Denton's running. He didn't move, did he? But then he scored. He scored ridiculous goals.
He scored. I played against, I think, for Braid. Yeah, and Dent scored, and it was, he scored from 25 yards his end.
You do all his running, and you don't think I've done loads field, and he's got a trick.
Yeah. Remember, he's like, well played, Dent.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm coming off blowing. He's not even rock sweat. And it's like, cheers, Dent.
Would it have been Evo Stick 1 then? Or
Unibomb.
Yeah, Unibomb 1.
Yeah.
Unibomb 1.
Yeah.
But would it have been North? I bet it would have been, wouldn't it?
I can't
I
remember.
don't think they were in our south. We wouldn't have played
No, it would have been North, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It'd have been either
Yeah,
stuff
but your
one
north, your north was
Manchester.
from Brid right across to Lancaster.
Mm.
There was some right travelling in.
Yeah, but Wakefield will probably want to.
Just middle ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, yeah.
But then
Probably the next one up from Stocksbridge. isn't it?
Den's got his moved him in, and we've got Froggy and Wally in. Some money there.
So who brought in there?
Yeah, Froggy came in, and then Wally came in. Well,
What we like-
Wally lasted about 5 games.
What we
though,
like under Ronnie?
Ronnie just old school.
Yeah.
Pre-season, you didn't see balls for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
We used to train on the field, and there was like a big cabbage field at side of us, and Delroy were only small, he'd hide in there till the end. And we were running around because we had to do like so many laps of this field. And it's tiny, and then he'd hide in there, and then next week he'd pop out and rock sweat and just running in front, thinking like he's won. But Ronnie didn't know. That's probably the first time. Sorry,
They were doing them all shoes. Tell him about it. Yeah.
Horseshoes and
Yeah.
you spewing up. I can remember going one pre-season, I missed the first one, and I did it and I spewed everywhere. So the time I spewed up pre-season and it's disgusting.
If they used
Yeah, that youth team was unbelievable. I'm surprised that not a lot of them lads didn't go further.
yeah.
How far did you get in that then?
We got to first round, and then some knobhead got sent off.
Oh dear.
Away at Accrington.
What did you do?
2 yellows after half an hour.
What did it?
We'll do well against him as well. We'll battering him.
Right.
And then I got sent off.
All
I was getting abused.
All fans.
I was 16 getting abused by Accrington Stanley. You fans.
Lad.
We lost 3-2.
Right.
Still
So still doing
good
good job.
county.
Yeah, we do well to be fair. We had a good side. We had like Danville, centre half.
Yeah.
We had Aidan Morris,
Yeah.
Connor, Matty Wears. I don't know if you know all these.
Matt really got flying winger, weren't
Yeah, Don Beaver. Is it Don Beaver? Dale crossed the net at that time. Remember Dale?
Yeah,
Dale
Yeah,
was there.
Colin mentioned it to me.
He's-
Dale Cross.
Josh Bergin. We had an 18. Elliot Firth.
But yeah.
Elliot,
Yeah, of course.
We had a really good team. We scored. Everybody scored. It was class.
What was your first season like at Wakefield?
I didn't really play.
Didn't you?
No, I
For
won
what?
20 quid a week.
For the reason that he brought in Froggy and Wally, or
I don't know, I travel all over and I get 5 minutes, he'd bring me on and get 5 minutes. And I was a 16-year-old, why did you feel me? But at the same time, you should just...
is that how old you were then? 16.
Looking back, you're thinking, I shouldn't have really been like that, I should have just got on leagues, I was young. But you're 16, you're still thinking you can do something.
And you're just going to play, aren't you?
Yeah.
16.
And I feel like I'm sat on bench, I'm not going to get seen. Because I was doing well, I was like, he'll give me trials and that, but I'm not getting seen, do you know what I mean? That's it was doing my head in, sat on bench, I'm coming on for 5 minutes, it's like,
And
what is this?
And were they successful?
Not really, no.
No. So
No,
like,
not
like,
mid-table-ish.
oh, okay.
The first game though, to be fair, I scored.
Right.
No, this is a bad story, this. Right, I went at college, and I didn't know I was going to play, and I went through a bit of a stoner stage. Right? And I went at college, and there were me and a couple of lads, I'm gonna join at college. Next minute the phone goes, Ronnie Glovin, you're in squad. I looked at my mate, I went, you better have that. And I thought, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Harrogate Railway were at home in the cup, and I came off bench and I scored. First touch header.
Right.
I might get started every week.
That just still was one. So were it not that you weren't playing? Were you not in squad some weeks?
I would, after that, I got in squad majority of weeks.
But before that, you weren't
Now it's just not even
playing with your under 16.
Yeah, youth team.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was under 17, under 18 at the time, yeah. And I was just with them. And then I got called up that game because I think they were short, must have been short. We won 5-1, I scored, and I've never out scored.
So, Smudge has just mentioned him then, your father. Obviously, I've been at a club with you and we had some bad times and some cracking times when I went out. But your dad's always watching on it.
Yeah, I don't think he's missed many games.
No.
He still goes to every single game.
And if anybody knows non-league, anybody should know your father, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they do. Because there's been a few Malfi on timeline. But yeah, they were like my granddad. That's Sam. He never missed a game. I think he missed 2 games in hospital.
Yeah.
Bless him.
Yeah.
And then my dad.
Your dad's always a firm.
Yeah, he's always been there. Like he was always at Wakefield. He was always on coach.
Yeah.
With teams. You know what I mean? He sat at back and they used to always call him Mr. South and a bit of respect for him. So it was good.
Yeah.
And then no, he still don't miss any games
No.
now.
No,
No.
we're great to see when we play
No.
other week. Like
72 now and all.
Yeah.
I think he's 72. Sorry, Dad, if you're not. He's 72 now.
I'm 68.
But yeah, you don't miss again. No.
You can look after grandkids yourself.
Could we talk about figures and who's push you? I'd imagine your dad's very similar to mine in terms of your biggest plaudit. But also he'll give
still
you
now.
He'll get you when you've had
Yeah,
a lot of stinker. Like.
Yeah.
You think like your dad one of them where, you know, when you're saying about being 16, 17, I should be playing.
Yeah.
Is he reining you in a bit? So
No, he's telling me he should be playing.
Is he going
No, because they're not 16 now, we're doing well. And he's saying,
Like pushing him, go
Yeah.
on, you know, you deserve to be playing like.
and then he's going mad like saying, why don't you play? He's doing media, I'm travelling all over the country, you give 5 minutes. And that's getting my head and I'm thinking same, but yeah.
Because when you like you say when your dad's travelling, you just want to do him proud, don't you?
Yeah.
Play some minutes and. So how long were you there for them, Wakefield? Just
3 years.
Maybe 3 years.
Yeah, I got signed on the contract and it was straight. I think it was second season got signed on the contract.
Hopefully more than 20.
Yeah, I won more than 20 then. Well, no, I won 15 quid and if I got on I got an extra fiver. So I was trying to get on for that fiver. You know what I mean? Get in there.
Straight to somewhere cheap. Got
Got to start somewhere, don't you?
Yeah, but I did get trials to be fair. Like your dad got me a trial at Blackburn. I don't know if I mentioned it, but he got me a Blackburn, and I hated it. So I went from home. I was right homesick, and I got called in by academy. He was like saying, "Oh, we heard a lot about you. We're buzzing off you," and then he just let me go because I got a French kid in. And then Ronnie got me a QPR with Robbo. I went twice to QPR. Twice, and I was doing really well. I wanted me back for the third time. We got promoted to Prem. Didn't want me back.
So what year?
Yeah.
What was that then? Who got what year was
Neil
that?
Warnock.
Was it Warnock and Tarat and all them?
Yeah, because me and Robbo were talking. We were only training with under 21s, and me and Robbo were talking, and he went, I can tell that accent from anywhere. And then he started talking to me and Robbo, and then he didn't want us back then because we got promoted to Prem, which is fair enough.
Things changed.
Yeah. I reckon if we got state championship, might have gone back another time. You don't know, do you?
Was it good that you'd gone like down with someone you knew as well? Like?
Yeah, because first time I didn't go with Robbo, I went with another young lad. He was called Nash Connolly, not the one from Emsworth, it was a different lad. And then they didn't want him back. Wanted me back, I went with Robbo, and we shared digs and that's it, we're alright.
Yeah.
So he wasn't uncomfortable, so it was fine.
Yeah.
Played a few friendlies and that, we did well. We wanted us both back. But then...
Were you a little bit like that though for yourself, in like away from home? Were it not something
I hated it when
you
I was
didn't like it? Yeah.
No. Looking back now, you think, why to just do it? You know what I mean? But
Were it just because...
my mum and dad actually travelled up to
your mates
Blackburn,
at home,
and said, we'll take you home then if you want. And I'm like, yeah. And then my dad went, no, we'll stay, see how you are. I wanted to go home, you know what I mean?
It's a big thing at that age, isn't it? And we've spent, depends on what's going off in your life and where you're at. And there's lots going off.
And that week.
And then you get into that age,
You just didn't know any dealers in Blackburn.
And that was that era with Phil Jones and Grant Hanley and that. So I was training with them. And there was a story with Phil Jones, I tell everybody now, I was in my digs and they were knocking on everybody's door to wake everybody up. And he stopped him knocking on my door because I was trialist and it was Phil Jones and I was buzzing off that. You know what I mean? Now you look at him now, he went to Man U and I'm jumping Hallam. Cheers, mate.
He's on more Hallam.
Do you think you were more of the fact that you were getting to that age where lads are going out rounds around with back at home and you're on text messages?
And Mex was a small town,
yeah,
wasn't it?
close knit.
But we're all close. And it was the time as well when Scott passed away, do you know what I mean? So I was out with his mates, I was drinking, and all I wanted to do was go out and booze. Yeah. I think it's different if you go to if you lived in a big town, it's probably a big city or whatever, it's different, isn't it? Yeah. Because Mex was small, you know Mex lads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're all together, we're all out, we just want to go out and booze. And I was going out Fridays, which I'd never do now. No. I was going out Fridays and I was returning, because I know I were on bench for Wakefield Saturday. So I was thinking, what is point of me? I was go out and get pissed.
And you've got a decent sleep.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
You don't have to get up till 11.
I didn't drive, I could sleep on there.
Yeah, obviously had that turmoil, we obviously all Scott as well, didn't you, mate? Which obviously will not go over too much, it's obviously upsetting, but that were probably a
bad time.
Yeah, and a time in your life as well where
I was 15.
You probably forgot about your football.
I was 15
well.
at GCSE's time.
Yeah.
Obviously my cousin who were her brother, she didn't do GCSEs. She didn't come back to school. No. And then not long after that, my mum and dad split up. So do you know what I mean?
A rough time.
Yeah, it was rough that era. I'm not blaming that because I shouldn't blame all like that, it was my own fault. But it's not a nice time, is it?
No, it's
definitely not.
You know what I mean?
It's in, and then to be fair, a lot of time football's immaterial,
Yeah.
isn't it as well?
Yeah.
So I went training with them with boxing and that. I never wanted to do boxing, but I trained with them. So it was like we're all close. Me, Scott, and Stu were always close.
Yeah, because they're going to laugh.
Yeah. And that's what brought me out of my shell a little bit. No, they're not going training with them, and that's what probably
That's
built.
Steffi Bull's gym where you're at. I know.
No, it was down at Empress,
Right, okay.
and that's what built me up a little bit as well.
Yeah. So 3 years at Wakey. Second year gone a bit better for you, or not?
Well, it should have done, but then I played. Why are you laughing?
There's a common theme here, isn't there, with Southie? I should have done, but
No, but I started well, and I played in the league when I was contracted.
I'll tell us where.
Montague Arms.
Not memories then.
No, not this time. And I shouldn't have. And me being me, I got sent off twice in a row.
What, Sundays? Two Sundays on bounce?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but I tried playing under a different name. But everybody knows me.
Camel Lover,
But then I got banned for 3 months or 2 months. And I started season really well. I scored a few. Got banned for 3 months.
I know we spoke about bands and stuff, but that's when it was
Bad.
day. You got
Yeah, it was days. Yeah, it was days.
You were about
It wasn't games. It was something like
all football.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
So many days.
Could have gone and played 2 divisions lower because you got sent off in.
No, 3 divisions, I had.
Yeah,
Like this season.
yeah, fair enough.
So for the money.
Nappies cost a fortune.
And that, because I was contracted, I had to cut it every single game.
Yeah, I've been there, mate.
Kills you, doesn't it?
Yeah, been there. You know what I like with Swinton Working Men's Club. I enjoy that Sunday football as well.
I know it's only non-league, but it's still demoralising when you go into a game. You know you should play, and you messed up, and it just gets you down a little bit. You're sat
And
there,
people are saying, why you're not playing?
And it's like, shut up, man. Leave me alone. But I should have done well. Then Ronnie got sacked as well. So, well, I left. Something happened.
Yeah.
And who came in?
It was Stephen Nicholson,
Oh, right, yeah.
and Will Ryder.
So Stephen Hicks, obviously, Emily, assistant manager United.
Yeah,
Patriots,
yeah.
Will
Great bloke, to be fair.
Will Ryder.
You know him
Spoke with Scouse accent, but weren't a Scouse, were he?
from Wigan.
When did Eurovision?
No.
What was Sam Ryder?
Sam
wasn't
Ryder.
it? What, mate?
He played at Ossett with us.
Yeah, he did. Centre mid.
I think he's like coach, under 18s coach at Port Vale.
Yeah, he is, yeah. I used to try to work way back in.
Did you do it?
After 3 months.
Right.
My first game back, I remember it was Woodley Sports.
Away?
Yeah, away. Yeah, that was a cup game as well. I think that was Tuesday night cup game. Do you know that?
Is that when Bowen Arrow came on it? Well, that Woodley. A couple of years ago, someone fired a Bowen Arrow in it, landed it middle of the pitch.
Yes,
Well,
that was Woodley.
Yeah.
Right near Hyde, isn't it? Up that way, isn't it?
It was Tuesday night.
They were playing
Shit
with
cup.
They were just playing.
League Cup. You know when you had to play the Tuesday night League Cup,
Yeah.
and I came on and scored again. But then I didn't really kick off with Stephen Nicholson and Will Ryan. I didn't really get in team a lot because they'd like their team then.
Yeah.
They were settled.
Yeah.
So I went bench slot then. And I actually got Ronnie Gladden put me a transfer request in, put me on the book for sale. So, but no one ever came. Cheers, lads. It worked out well, that.
Yeah.
Memories go for him.
What's on your side, Paul?
Memories.
No other one.
Months.
Mont they came through.
Yeah, they came in, put them 7 days in from me.
3 bags of scampi fries, 4 cars.
They were Matt Moffat manager.
Won it.
Yeah. Matt Moffat, cheers, Matt.
So where'd you move on from Wakey to...
Well, the wet bus money went, I went to Frickley.
Yeah.
Frickley, you did. That's right. We're thinking about where you went.
Peter Rinkovich and Jamie Embry.
Yeah.
You commented on it then, mate. Jamie Embry,
Yeah. Nice lodge.
Yeah.
I went there.
Enjoy Frickley?
Yeah, I did, to be fair.
You and Gavin?
It wasn't then.
No.
It was, what were they up from then?
At this point in time, had you ever played centre half?
No.
You were an out-and-out striker?
Sorry, before I went to Wakefield, I got a trial at Barnsley. I went as a striker. I never played as a striker. I was on bench for 1 game against Hemsworth, and it was Ronnie Branson, manager.
Yeah.
And they wanted a centre half. I said, look, I can play centre half. I've played it before, like as a young lad. It's just head and kick, innit? You know what I mean? It is though, innit? I said I can play centre half. I'm good at air. I like to tackle. I can do this, I can do that. So then I came on centre half and I played really well. And then I went to training the next day. They wanted me to come back, keep going back. I sprained my ankle in training. So after 4 weeks, I didn't go back. I just went to Ronnie.
Yeah.
When he said, "Oh, I can do this, I can do this, get a strike," and I thought, no, I want to play up front.
Yeah.
At that time.
Do you know what though? It is heading kick it. You know when you played as a striker, and you're a centre half, you read game better, 100%. Especially if you're up against a physical presence, you know exactly what you're.
I'd fair play against any day where you give me Sunday, who's 6'5", same age as me,
have a wrestle,
and I love that wrestling game.
Yeah,
it makes you up your game.
Yeah, but I played against some brutes.
Yeah.
Some like Matt Reed, Joe Walton at Liversidge.
I'm thinking about it.
As well, but like
I'm thinking about it. Can you remember the striker at Ilkeston, Gary Ricketts?
Yes.
Absolute. He was a unit, wasn't he?
absolutely.
He had a big scar down his face.
Worst Boy I ever had centre Dave. Wayne Allison.
Is that what he said?
The chief, centre forward, played at Tranmere, played at Chesterfield, played at Sheffield United, big Wayne.
When did he play on league?
I don't know if he played much.
I've heard that. I've heard that. Yeah.
But I was playing pre-season for Stocky, and we got Chesney at home, and it was him and Jack Lester up front.
Cheers.
So we kicks off. We're doing alright.
Yeah.
We're doing alright. There's 700-800 there. Chesterfield have brought a few lights. Obviously, Stocky weren't brilliantly followed, better than what they get now. But you know, the Wednesday draw and that. You didn't get many supporters there. But I can remember playing against Chesney, and Wayne Allison were up front, and he's coming towards the end of his career because I can remember watching him when he was playing with United, and he was decent. He did well for United. He was just big, strong. He used to this thick set like him. I'd hate to play against him, and then obviously against him. Anyway, fullback gets ball first half, and I could just tell it was shaking just to drill it into Allison. And I thought, stepping in front here. I'd maybe mind before he played ball, and he drills it into Allison. Me, clever bastard, steps in front, takes a touch, out to left winger. Everybody in the crowd, brilliant, bro, outstanding. It's fucking rubbish, him, it's rubbish. He's fuming.
Yeah, raging.
Who's this?
Yeah.
I've 500-600 league appearances, and this lad's stepping in front and playing it, and then, you know, he's like a performing monkey to crowd like me. Like, yeah, thank you very much, thank you very much. Like, only stepped in front once, but only 10 minutes into the game.
Bowing.
Yeah. 10 minutes later, it's gone a bit dull game. Right back gets ball.
Same again.
I'm thinking, you know, he ain't going to run in guy, he's just going to front everything up. So I gives myself 4 or 5 yards behind him, and I thought, I'm really going to step in this time with pace, or as much pace as I've got, which is not much, and drive forward with the ball. So kids wrapped him into him, I've gone. And just gone to run right there, and he's just put both elbows up and I ran straight into Boyce's elbow and split me head straight out middle. See you later, straight off, up to the tunnel, and then next minute, lads are coming in arguing at half time. That we all, man, that we all, man. I said, lads, calm down. I said, it's 0-0, we're doing alright. I'm doing it Vaseline. They only 7-0. Jack Lester and Chip were in from about 5 yards, but I used to love them pre-season games, especially up against that. Yeah. You talk about, like South is just mentioning there, there's a centre half all day long you want a size, don't you?
Yeah.
I'd take cuts and bruises all day long.
Oh yeah.
I'll sit on setting on a Saturday night with an eye like that. Then getting run ragged.
Like I said, I don't want to act hard, but I like getting elbowed. I like, you know, like the wrestling. I love it. Yeah. It's good, innit? It's just tiring.
It's just dying out.
Yeah.
Because of some ref.
You used to like one early doors, didn't you? And you think, oh yes, I bet he's to get him back.
Yeah. It makes you feel a bit better. I mean, it sounds stupid. That it makes you feel it. Yes, I'm alive.
Sometimes you think, I'm alright in wallop, or I feel a bit sluggish, and then also
only takes something, doesn't it?
That wallop, you think, oh, here we go.
That's why I like now, you know, when it's like this kick off and they lump it up, and you think this is first header, you just go boom. Yeah. That's it. You think, yes, that's it. I done straight away. You know you're gonna have a good game when you win that header. You think, yes, I.
First corner. Yeah. Not going to score off it. Just put it under.
I say every time, just put it on keeper.
Just put it under sticks and let me take that. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not, if you get a free kick away, you're not going to get a booking, are you?
No.
Everybody knows you're there, don't they?
Listen, you get final.
So you went to Frick as a striker then?
Yeah, because obviously our contract at Wakefield, I had to wait for my contract to go out, so it took a few weeks. And I went to Thingy, and I had big grazes down my head. I'd never asked about it now. I fell downstairs pissed up the night before.
Cap it, man.
Pissed off stone.
I want Stone.
Come out.
I want Bob Marley anymore. Right.
Dreadlock for off.
Just Frank Gallagher now. He's pissed.
Gone Bob Marley to Frank Gallagher.
But yeah. I fell downstairs, pissed up, and there's no even got to anything out of it. I got woke up next morning, grazed down my face, I'm thinking, I'm probably time for Frickley.
Glad it's all over.
No one even knows me. He didn't even know who I am, because Ronnie got me to Frickley. He didn't even know who I am. He never asked me to this day. Peter Rinkovich never asked me, what you done to your face?
The good MP, he fell down the stairs.
Grazed.
Jay, if you're only grassing up to
I wonder what he thought. I wonder what he thought. I don't know, like, what's this? Scrubber.
Probably couldn't see that, I hope.
So where's it like before your pre-season, like?
No, halfway through season.
What an entrance.
Walked in with my old man, because obviously I couldn't drive. Walked in with grazed down face. Didn't even know him, never heard of him.
Do you know many lads?
Didn't know one person.
Yeah.
Oh no, Grant Darley.
Okay.
Yeah, Grant, yeah, I know him. That was it. Didn't know anybody else.
You come across Grant.
Brilliant, Stocksbridge.
Brilliant lad. I had a rate set to him. He'll laugh about
Thickest.
it. He'll laugh about it if he's listening to it. We're at Rotherham.
Yeah.
And went into a 50-50 and we ended up squaring up. There's a good picture actually on the internet about it. I mean, we have a laugh about it now.
Thick, it's really thick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Casual then at Frickley.
Brad Grayson were there then, young lad.
Yeah.
Ollie Ryan, Ryan Mallon, Danny Walsh, Steve Dickinson, the keeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good goalkeeper to be fair.
Are he ex-guys like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Link, Lincoln Adams.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Chris Hilton in it. Chris Hilton in it.
James Ashmore.
Yeah, wow.
Kelvin Blake.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Kelvin Blake, yeah.
David Cyrus.
Yeah. Yeah, you good, weren't you? Good centre half.
There were John Cyrus and David Cyrus.
Oh, John
Cyrus.
Emily, weren't he?
Yeah, his brother, wasn't it? I think
Right.
it was. Yeah. I think who else was there? Yeah, we had a good side to be fair. Good team.
White House there, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of left back, yeah, White, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody.
Works up anyway, Paz.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And how many years you were there?
Well, 2 years, because I came, I'm trying to think.
Big floodlights on.
2 years. Oh, shiny.
We'll just put floodlights on.
Get ready for shiny head now.
Morning.
It took a few weeks for my contract to come out. And then when I got in, I came in against Mickleover, came in against Bradford, Park Avenue, scored. Then I started, kept starting, and I got sent off after the third game. Away at Stafford Rangers, Treckenell and all in it.
Yeah, I used to love playing there.
Yeah.
Why?
They
Used to have a decent crowd.
They're in there a couple of years ago. Trek though, innit?
Yeah, yeah. Took forever to get there. But we're like a proper non-league ground now for that.
So played there a few years ago with Belper and they're in Tom Tongs, not long throw.
Yes.
I loved it because I just kept heading it.
Yeah.
It was brilliant, you know what I mean? Heading it away, but yeah.
That big like main stand, haven't you? And then one that runs all down the other side.
Changing room,
Changing room corner, that's it, yeah.
Still the same, not changed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played there and then I did well to be fair. I scored a few goals there. We had to stay up on last game, I think, against. I think it was Stafford. I scored 2.
That would have been Premier though, would it?
Yeah, that was Premier.
Prem.
So there were 4 that went down, but always that 4th got reprieved every time, didn't it?
Yeah, it seemed to do for years.
Every single year.
Every year.
Then we managed to stay 4th. I scored 2 at last game and we stayed up.
Yeah, because I like a running joke, wasn't it? Whoever finishes 4th, don't worry because
you'll stay up.
They'll reconfigure.
There'll be something happening and you'll stay up.
Somebody goes sideways or something down or.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just won't like to be one of them teams in Middleby. You know, like your Oxfords playing in northern sections and stuff.
Yeah. Enjoy with Rinky and Jay?
Yeah, good blokes to be fair. Proper old school, nice blokes.
Yeah.
Sounders out. I can remember I went and money went a little bit and this first time I ever took a pay cut and they were sounders out with me. They loved me and I still talk to them a little bit now. They're brilliant, great blokes to be fair. Yeah. Brilliant blokes, proper old school, nice blokes.
Yeah.
That's a dynamic in non-league, isn't it?
It is.
Just nice old school blokes who are just
blokes. Honest and
yeah. I was just about to say.
They'll tell you how it is.
They'll
tell you how it is.
This is what we want you to do. If you're not doing it,
don't come on into me when you're not involved.
And that's it.
But thing is though, during them days, like you won't get like mourners in changing room. You won't have people like they take it wrong way. They take it on chin, won't they? Like you'll tell somebody off now. That's it. They're gone.
You're right.
They'll be ringing everybody else. Put 7 days in for me. Yeah. And go in.
WhatsApp's worse thing for that, isn't it?
We've talked about this though before, though, haven't we? About modern day changing rooms and all like what they were. you know, with your big stainless steel teapot getting launched all around by manager and stuff like that, and it dripping in someone's pocket, and you took a tea and two sugars home inside.
First time I ever saw that at Wakefield, and it was Dudge.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm 16, 17-year-old, I'm in change room, Dudge comes in, and assistant manager or somebody else, and Dudge is throwing everything all over Green Mob, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Because when he gets going, Dudge is a big lad, isn't he? You know what I mean? It's scary looking and all, isn't it?
Well, that's why that video at Stafford lasts a bit longer when he gets involved.
That was freaking all, wasn't it?
Nice picture, wasn't it? Disgusting, wasn't it? And that's another dying out of pictures.
Yeah.
As soon as I see that knife called off.
4G now, isn't it, everywhere?
No, good for
That's what it will do, isn't it? Yeah, I'm glad we played when we did. To be fair, in terms of pictures and stuff. So then Stocky came in for you?
Yeah, Wilcox.
How did that come about?
I actually don't know. Right, it came from his... No. I don't know, to be honest. Chris Wilcox.
Yeah, so Wilcox had got a job.
I think he'd come in for me.
He must have seen you at some point, though.
I think he'd come in for me that season. But I was still at Wakefield.
Right. So there were a bit of history and fancying you.
Yeah, I'm sure he did, if I remember. But then I just got a phone call saying, do you want to come? 7 days, you don't get... You always speak to him before. Majority of the time, like, you get odd couple, like, they put 7 days and you're like, where's that come from? But majority of the time, you know, lads have put 7 days in. You spoke to him.
Surprised me that one, because just as you've spoken, other people have with that Wilcox era at Stocksbridge. You only fetch people in you from...
He had a lot of Manchester.
Penine sort of thing, that's what shocked me.
Because he had like Scott Hogan.
Yeah.
He had a few, like Lincoln. I don't know,
Lincoln came in.
He followed him a few times.
Lincoln went as his assistant to a few players.
Lots of them, didn't he?
Yeah, so he brought in Darryl Weston at right back, Harry Bockery. Yeah, they were all there. I can remember.
Did you bring Nick Swarad in?
Yeah, Nick Swarad. Yeah, brilliant lad. Obviously, he went on a great career.
Did he Thailand?
Thailand, yeah, played pro. Don't know if he still is that actually.
But I don't think he lasted very long, Chris Wilcox.
No, he didn't. And
quite boring, wasn't it? But it was all right.
Do you know what?
His team talk like.
There's been a couple of managers that I've not. I won't say that I've got animosity towards.
No, because I think he's all right as a person and that.
But he was always alright with me.
Yeah.
Kept me club captain.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So he were always sound with me. Wanted me about place. Always ran things by me. There's been a couple of other managers that have come in who have not fancied me at Stocky, which is fair enough. And I'm open and honest about that. That's football, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it was disappointing that Chris came in and released Ringy by letter.
Did it?
Yeah.
Ringy only came back when you got job, didn't you?
Scully.
Scully.
I helped him with that, but
I don't think I know anybody at Stocky. I think I know you.
I think I only knew you because obviously, in fact, we'll have a little chat about your Sunday career because you signed memories, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I knew you from that because you're winning everything.
We did well, yeah. We had a good team.
Tommy Needham and Jake Ford playing.
He wasn't young then, one. He was absolutely rapid at the time, wasn't he? We had Pash up front, guard, didn't we? Yeah. We had a good side.
Getting on to you were very similar to me in terms of you enjoyed your Sunday nights, didn't you?
Yeah, because I like going out on a Sunday session. Sunday's brilliant, yeah.
Waking up Monday morning still.
Well, I didn't work. then. So I just buzzing. Sunday session just turning from didn't even go home, come home still in shin pads. Yeah. Wake up next morning still with muddy knees. You know what I mean?
Holding it, mate. Holding it.
Brilliant, isn't it?
One time in Sunday football.
Shin pads on, muddy knees, Chinese for two, fast on.
Yeah.
Wake up next morning, bag still sealed.
Seaweed for breakfast.
Yeah.
But memories are brilliant, no? Because Rich, if you didn't have no money, you give you a tab. You know what I mean? Then next morning you wake up, you're 100 quid. Oh, Sam, cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Well, we get 20 quid from Wakefield.
We had teammates at Stocky, didn't we, mate?
Yeah, we did, yeah. I think I only knew you. Oh no, Ben Turner at Frickley. I was left back. Ben Turner at Stocky. And Grant, that's the only thing I know.
What about Matt Telling? Did you come across Matt?
He didn't play then.
No.
He came back with you, didn't he?
Yeah.
He came back with when Scully got a job.
Yeah,
Like, I don't really know that non-league players actually are only young with them. Like, give me a non-league player now and know him.
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it? Yeah.
I also think as well, it weren't as covered with social media as well.
No.
So you wouldn't.
No. I can't remember.
You went back to programmes, aren't
you?
No,
but because I feel like he's been around
as long
as long as us in terms of playing. I'm thinking he knows everybody that we know, but he's like a slightly later.
Just
only slightly. Not like kid you.
33 next Tuesday.
Oh, not 10 years. It's 10 years ago. Yeah. You enjoyed it at Stocky, mate, didn't you?
Yeah, we're good. Good set of lads. We're a good team. You know, when you look on paper, we're a good team. But we just never. Did we?
Well, what loose cannon that team would you say?
What, that first season, like any of them, Will Senior. Just come straight to me head there.
Yeah.
Got to be on it.
Yeah.
Absolute fruit. But when we went out at time, our chef, we were just went in a random bar.
It's not. Someone dived onto.
They were like a gapping thing. There's a table outside full of drinks. He just ran in and looked and went boom straight out the top of his table, glasses everywhere.
Bounce has come over. What's happened there? And he just got up off the floor. He went, sorry, I slipped. there's a railing. There's a railing about chest high. He swan dived over onto the table.
Slipped. But knowing Willie wants to be.
It's full of glasses, though, isn't it?
They were not on him. He just got up like normal.
He was full of glasses.
Yeah, round. Sorry, I slipped. We all just like, oh no.
But it's like South was saying at that time there, we are on paper are really good. Did you travel with Jack from our Sunday side?
Jack Ward.
Jack Ward.
Thickest kid I've ever met. Really thick.
He moved to Australia, didn't he? He's
good lad though, isn't he?
good keeper, wasn't he?
But he didn't really play, did he? Played a few because Ben Scott the like.
Yeah, Scotty went back in Animal Noise.
Yeah, he went. If you met, do you know Ben Scott?
No, I've never come.
If you met him, you'd think he was really thick, but he's really bright, isn't he?
Well, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just be on course. We'll be on course that way there, and there'll be horses at back. We're looking around.
People shouting different animals, and it just
make noise.
Yeah.
Give a giraffe at one point, he didn't even know what to do, so he just went, funny. Oh, he's camel.
But we had like, obviously me, Southie, Ben Scott,
Nicky Darker,
Darks, Will Senior, Joinsy, Matt Telling,
Bettany,
Chris Bettany,
yeah, Alex Callery,
Turns,
Matty Amshaw came.
We've got Matt Amshaw in, so you're looking at that.
I'm sure I'm one wing Callery or other.
I think we played Ham in
middle park, so it was Bettany on right wing.
Yeah,
Callery played up left. Came over, played away at Buxton with Hammy. We're losing 7-0.
Yeah.
He got ball, looked up. They were not one, he just kicked it straight in stand. This is fucking shit. So I finished top scorer, I finished
first season.
Fourth top scorer in league.
The second season weren't it though? We really
struggled. The first season, I think I just come in like about 5 or 6 games because I was with Carl Rose at Frickley.
Yeah.
And I didn't really, that's Wilcox, it's reminding me now. Chris Wilcox came in to start because Rinkovic left and asked me to come in that season. And I said, no, I'm going to stick it out because no manager's coming, I want to see how it is with these. And I like Carl, I like Dutch, and it was Strats as well. But like Gav Hallett with their mate, man, wasn't it? Don't get me wrong, Gav, it was class, wasn't it? It was class. And I was playing out right. It was weird, it's not me. It was like Gav down middle, me out right, and Ryan Williams, he'll call on left. And then Jimmy came in a bit later on, he went more like on left, and I'm like, I'm not tracking fullback. So I'm not right mid, come on.
I'm not tracking.
So that's when I think Wilcox ended up coming back in for me. And that's when I came to, and I think you only fight about 5 or 6 games in, wasn't it?
Very.
And then I was on bench for first game, came on score straight away. I think we drew 1 or 2 Eastwood or something like that.
I think the first season when Scully took over, he asked me to help him do it. We did alright. I don't think, obviously, we were bottom 6 or 7.
Yeah.
But, I'm being genuinely serious here when I'm telling you this. The budget at Stockton.
That was halfway through, wasn't it? Halfway through the season we took it.
Yeah, the budget was
ridiculous.
For that level, no like to keep in it league. No.
This was step 3 as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then we went in the following season to a budget meeting. And we got told that we've given you a budget for relegation.
What are you supposed to do with that?
So
what can you do?
We being the people we were said, Ray, we'll try his best to work with it. And luckily for us, the lads enjoyed it.
Yeah,
because they just enjoyed it.
It was a chill vibe, but at the same time, it was like serious, wasn't it?
We wanted to do as best as we could, but
did we stay up?
No, we went down. I think I was saying to you, I think we were second bottom, third bottom.
Yeah, we did. It was the first season where we finished about 5th or 6th bottom.
Yes.
And Yeah, they're on it, yeah.
But the second season, we had some fun times, didn't we?
Yeah, right. Like, the coach trips.
Yeah.
You can't beat coach.
No.
That's one thing I miss. You know, being at
Not fixed cameras.
yeah, you don't get a coach in a week. It's all.
I know we mentioned it. I did back it in national. 3 card brag the other day.
Get about card games. I think chasing the years.
We used to chase
Stocksbridge, we had a quiz.
Yeah.
Didn't we? We had a quiz everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what you miss.
It was just like we'd sort of got that mentality. I mean, we were going to places like Chorley, Fylde.
We'd pop up with a win now and against teams like this, and we'd be like, we're actually alright.
We won at Chorley.
Yeah.
Well, that's the night we went out around Sheffield. We had fun. I think everybody had to buy someone a crap jumper or t-shirt.
Yeah, I think we had a $5 budget, didn't we? We had to get a crap t-shirt.
And we'd gone to Chorley thinking...
That's the night we'll do what we did.
Yeah. But we went to Chorley that day and we were thinking, I remember saying to Scrubby,
just get our presents out on coach,
we're going to get pumped here because Chorley were flying.
Yeah.
Matt Jansen took after them.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. They were flying, there were 800-900 there. We won 2-1. And that's obviously, as you imagine. By the time we got back to... I think you might have done. By the time we got back to Stocky, said to match.
It's done.
2 hours, isn't it?
Well, Story used to always get beers underneath ready for us. No matter what we did, we'd ever drink our way back.
And again, going back to that honest people, that was a long way, didn't it? Just a couple of crates of ale on the bus.
Yeah. Every time they'd be like, right, they're here, but then we'd sell them for £1 a can. You all come back to Everbridge, you know what I mean? Yeah. But that season, I really, one of the most...
It was a great change.
I got 20 that season, I finished like 4th top scorer in the league. We finished 4th bottom, how buzzing. Yeah. But it's because you enjoy it, if you enjoy it,
and I think year after, that's when you started playing a little bit centre half for us.
Yeah, which means you swapped a few times, didn't we?
Well, I had a right conversation about this. I can remember me and you swapping. And we'd not started very well. And I remember we've got works up at home. Remember works up at home?
Yeah, we lost by 4.
And I was saying we were playing games. You were playing up front and we'd lose games 2-0, 1-0, 3-1. And I can remember going to school here and saying, South can play centre half.
Stitch you up. Do you know what it was? Tom Denton were on top for one works on.
It weren't just Denton's, it were Metten and Muldoon.
Absolutely killed me.
And I can remember me saying to Scully, why don't me and Southis switch? 5-4.
Yeah. I scored 2, I can remember.
5-4.
I think Denton got one at the last minute.
The very last minute. Yeah, they set off on fire.
He bullied me, to be fair.
Did he?
Yeah, he dragged me down and scored with diving header.
5-4.
Yeah.
The game after, so me and Scully had a chat after, and Scully's like, to an extent,
I know what team you mentioned here.
Scarborough.
Oh no, I was thinking FC United away.
Oh well, that was 6-2, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't half good. Cheers. Against Mike Norton, who were class.
And we got
Absolutely class.
Well, the game after that was Scarborough in FA Trophy.
Had a good then.
Lost 4-3. Lost 4-3.
And I think we're
salt scoring problem.
Yeah. Just concede them more.
And then like I said to you before, though, it got to a stage where I found it really difficult to manage the playing and the...
To find that balance.
Yeah. Hockey Southfield. They pulled Dazin and said...
Yeah, Hilton got it, didn't he?
And they said to me, you want to stay on as a player? And I was like, no, I'm not staying. If my mates got bullet like it's not, I don't sit right. And did you go there?
Yeah. Hilton asked me to stay in. But do you know when you know? Like, they had, what's Garside?
Yeah.
He's coming in with him, innit?
Yeah.
As a striker.
Yeah.
He asked me and Johnny to stay. One of us is going to.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? I don't want to just, I'm on board.
Did Jonesy stay for a bit then?
He stayed.
Didn't he?
Yeah. And I went back to Frickley. Me and Carl Rose again.
Yeah.
And he played me and Gav up front then, so it was me and Gav, so I want to chase the full back. We were alright then. We did alright then, to be fair.
Should do well to him from.
He scored goals, I just did his running like Denton all over again. Yeah, I went back to Frickley. I don't think I
Well, that part of the deal, I'm only signing if I'm not playing up wing.
I'm not playing right wing and let me chase full back, so alright. Then I went back there. I think halfway through that season I went to Ossett Albion.
With?
Tracy.
Yes.
I know you had him recently.
We did. Yeah, we did.
Good bloke.
Yeah. Why that move then?
They got a kid in Reece Thompson, you know him.
Yeah.
He had that bit of a knob on.
Yeah.
But they got him in, and then they started. You know when you know it's coming? I'm starting to fizzle out. It's them two up front. Reece is scoring goals. They're never dropping Gav. I would be on bench. And then Rich Tracy messing me because Wes Milnes were there, Adam Jones were there, the centre mid, there were a few lads I knew were there.
So if you want lads from like wing back to your Wakefield,
I thought, you know what? Yeah, sounds good this.
Not too far.
No, and I was suspended for 3 games. So I went and played
Oh,
one.
Sundays.
No, not this one. I went and played 1 game. This is when I went through a bad stage, just joining teams. And I was suspended for 3 games. And I just know I didn't go back to Alfreton. Played 1 game, didn't go back.
Right.
Went to Gould with Curtis Woodhouse.
Right.
Played 3 games there, went to Wakefield. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was just, I don't know what I was doing then at that point. Then I went,
So
and
when-
then
so-
I ended up finishing that season at Frickley.
Yeah.
To another
How long
force.
were you at Aquaforce for then? I can't remember.
Not for long.
Because Craig.
Yeah, Lee Morris obviously was main striker, but Craig gave me this. I don't want to slag him off now because I've made like on a decent level with him now because he asked me to go back to Bradford Park Ave this year. But like that time we didn't get on. We were like, he told me I would have come in, I would have played with Moores, I would have done this, and never played, never started again. And then he rang me out at Blue and said, right, I'm half your money, you're not playing, you're not fit enough. I said, well, we don't train, we don't play, so how can I get fit? Yeah, I can do my own thing, but there's only so much match finish. You need match fitness. And we had a big argument, and I didn't give a few choice words like, and then that was it. I ended up going back to Frickley.
No.
I think I finished at Denby Main actually that year.
Which I think, when you look at somebody like say, step 3 only a couple of years
Yeah.
before, been playing.
And I dropped to North East Counties and he's not playing me.
Yeah. It's an hard one
Yeah.
to swallow again. You go back to being that 16-year-old again.
And he begged me to come and then didn't play me, so it's like, what's the point? Do you mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think because we played for Frickley that season, we had Montcup final on Bank Holiday Monday.
That memories.
Yeah, and we beat Swinton, Parkview. Well, it's Swinton, what they call it, Athletic. With Billies. We beat them in final, didn't we? And we had a game away at Whitby on Bank Holiday Monday, and I just didn't turn up for Frickley. I didn't go on any team photos when my memories are out. I thought, I'm not doing this. Just pretend I'm in. I said I would away.
Who was that kid with cup in front of his face?
And then after the game, I won every single one.
You know what happened?
Yeah, Stephen, absolutely buzzing. And then I got a message off Judge saying, I was Edinburgh, pal, seeing your family.
I don't know.
Yeah, they know, man. Yeah, but mate, I couldn't. Montague Cup final.
Yes, I'll tell you a good story about one.
Go on.
Very similar, and it's funny you're saying Whitby.
You don't say this, me.
So Swinton Working Men's Club final at Mont, out of May. Tell you what manager out of May. They got a good side. Got a good side out of May. And we were, so they were a county senior side, and we were, at one point we were best side in Mensborough, Swinton Working Men's Club.
Yeah.
Side. We've got Whitby all uncontracted.
You know it's coming as well. You got that decision to make.
I don't know if I were contracted, I might not have been contracted. Anyway, I might have been, I might not have been. But by the by, I'm playing it on final, exactly the same as you. I can't have been contracted because I played all season for. But we've got a game with Stocky, so your alliances are with Stocky. My dad says, what you doing is Bank Holiday Monday. Got Whitby at home. I'm playing it fucking Mont final. 100%.
Things are a big trophy, isn't it?
100%. I'm playing it Mont final. My granddad played in it, I'm playing in it, and a chat. Turns up at Mont final. Oh, you playing with Stocky this afternoon? Yeah. I am. You just funky fingers crossing up with extra time at Mont.
Yeah.
11 o'clock kick off.
Because we usually do replays, I don't think they do anymore, do they?
No. Me, I'm thinking, if this was extra time, I've blown it here. Because 11 o'clock, 45 minutes, 10 minutes break, 12:30. I've got to be put Stocky for 8 for 1.
Yeah.
You got Stocky tracksuit under the Swinton.
Stocky tracksuits all in changing room up. So Swinton tracksuit on, Stocky tracksuits on, big changing room. Played, had a good game, 1-2-1, got man at match. Can we have man at match up for a award? I can't get that. Someone's going to have to get it going, so Tanner went up slap.
Oh, yeah.
Went up and got it. So I won a couple of photos, very similar to you. I
Trying to
I go
hide.
hide someone at 6
Yeah,
foot
no,
6.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Head my side,
Anyway.
I can do it.
They'll all go in now. They'll me going to Swinton Station, wake up, fill it cup up and this, that, and over. Right, I've got to go, lads, I've got to go. What do you mean you've got to go? I've got a game with Stocky. I'll be back now, 6 o'clock, no later, I'll be back from obviously single at time, no commitments. So I'm in car with my Swinton shorts on, baby wipes, Kate Waltwood off the It's one of them stories.
Just pray for a red light.
My dad's saying, no, I can't believe it. I must have 20 baby wipes in football in car. I've cleaned all my legs off. Trackies
A
on.
lot of leg.
It's a lot of leg. Trackies on. I'm into thing. Gary Manor. All right, big one. Yeah, not bad. I went up for today.
Yeah, buzzing.
But all I'm getting is text messages through lads partying down
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Swinton and stuff like
It's
that.
round. Man call.
Whitby were a decent side.
Yeah.
Got man at night there wrong. 1-2 now. Bottle of champagne. I'm going to shoot, lads. I'm out to eat with family. We haven't fucking mentioned it. No, lads, I've got to shoot. My dad's like, come on. My dad, bless him, drove me all the way back to Swinton. They were still.
Absolute blinder.
I went in with champers and just sprayed it all up. They're like, so I played 2 90 minutes and one man at matching both.
Yeah.
So I'm walking round.
Get it bigger.
Yeah, basically it's 2 games, 2 man at match. We've won cup, we've won Whitby 2-0. Phone's ringing, Gary Manor.
Oh, it knows.
What's he want? Alright, guys. Yeah, good. Well done this morning. Playing at Sunday side. Like, we find you 2 weeks' wages.
Oh.
So that was 40 quid now, Dre. But yeah, God's on his truth. But he's reading what he's saying. That cup competition,
Locally.
if you're local to it,
Yeah.
that Mont Cup, you want to
Especially
win
the one when I played it, will make me be Swinton.
that. Yes.
That's massive, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And the way we won it,
Half a mile off a road, haven't you?
yeah, we won 1-0 down. I scored a free kick, went 1-0, went 3-1 down, and they're all getting it bigger on the sideline. I like them all, I get on with them all, do you know what I mean? They're all saying, oh, come on lads, we'll take all those main guns off now, we've won game. We've got a big game Wednesday. So I'm nibbling, I'm buying her. We ended up drawing 3-3. We scored it 93rd minute or something to draw 3-3. So we're all buzzing. Extra time, we scored it 121st minute to win 4-3. Tommy Needham header.
Yeah.
We got a free kick.
And then it went mental.
They're all marking me because obviously I'm big. I'm only one head in.
Yeah.
Tommy Needham out of nowhere, bang, heads it straight top in. Oh, it was
What that be like?
oh, unbelievable. They were red hot and all. It were, I don't think we got until about Tuesday night.
Yeah.
It were mint.
Great days,
Yeah, unbelievable. Like you said though,
Good
like,
characters again though.
my granddad played in it. My granddad were up Montague Cup committee. My dad played in it 3-4 times. I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it makes it. I mean, I were an incomer to Swinton because I'm a Romish lad.
All my mates.
Grew up with him.
And it's been one of my best mates who run pub, Rick.
Yeah.
Tommy Edams, we've grown up since we were 3-year-old.
Yeah.
His dad's manager, and
Yeah.
it's all his mates who I've grown up with.
I bet it was unbelievable.
Oh, it were class, you know what I mean?
Quickly.
I
To
think,
Belper.
no.
So it went
Quickly back to Ossett Albion to Rich
round.
that year, and I spent a year with Rich that
Yeah.
year. And I got on well with Rich. I like Rich. Good lad, good bloke, innit? Good manager.
Yeah.
He's doing
Don
well.
Riordan there at the time.
Yeah, he was chairman, player chairman.
Yeah.
Not very often you see that, is it?
No.
Me and him centre half.
Discussed it.
Well, that's how I came centre half.
Good player, Don.
I went to the striker, and that's how I became a centre half that pre-season.
So it were also Albion that's got on transfer for them.
Yeah. So I went as a striker, and I can remember one game I played.
Well, Rich.
You'd sort seed.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
so-
You did it by
that's
playing me against
solid.
Tom Denton, Mike Norton, and Jack Muldoon and all that. Cheers, mate. Really enjoyed that.
Drop him in at deep end.
And then I got hammered the first game I played centre. I played well, apart from one bit. We played Guiseley. We had no centre half fit. So I went, Rich, I can play centre half. I'll play. Liam Dickinson, can you remember the big centre forward?
Huge.
Yeah, massive.
Absolute unit.
Huge.
And this is how I thought, wow, I'm in for a game. I think first 10 minutes he's coming up for an head, and I'm thinking, mate, I'm just going to do him. I went boom, and bounced straight off him. He's laid on the floor, I looked, I went, oh no. Why am I centre half?
What do I do now?
Well, we were beating them 1-0 and we did really well that pre-season, and I went on to do well that season.
Yeah.
I think we finished, we were in playoffs for ages because Rob Boardman was there, he scored loads. He was fat, but he just scored loads,
You were
didn't
saying
he?
about his technique was just unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Did Rich mention it?
Yeah.
It was just a joke, because he could get ball from 40 yards, he used to like not ball, bang, top bins.
Yeah.
He went to Salford, didn't he? And they measured his body fat and said, Gary Neville said, too fat.
Yeah.
Done. But it was just, we had a good team.
Yeah.
We were in playoffs, and I ended up breaking my arm that season. And I think we went to about 9th or 8th.
During a game, like? Or?
Yeah, I went up for an header against Bradford Park away. And you know when you put your arm out, and my arm was snapped. Still got scars. I've tattooed over it now, right? But yeah, nice. You said it cracked.
So
Scott Kerr took me up.
What was that then? 8 week out, 10 week out?
Yeah, I think it was 8 weeks. I ended up playing again that season.
Did you?
I shouldn't have done. I played for Terry Simon in the final at Donny Rovers ground.
Right.
But we were hurting then. But yeah, Scott Kerr. I went to get insured that game. After that game, because Scott Kerr sent him in.
Yeah.
He works for insurance. I'm insured for him now. So a bit of advertisement there.
Discount.
But I went insured after that game and I brought me on. Missed down about 5 or 6 grand. It drove me on from Bradford to Rotherham. In the army kit like that.
Yeah.
Doctors told me it won't snap, but it went half. I'm like, well, it is, mate.
It looks like it to me.
It is, mate, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, I can't hold my pint.
Yeah.
I think I went back to him that season. I had to go back to us. They did whip round a lot for me.
Did they?
But they weren't social media mad, so just basically a couple $100 a ground. But you don't have to do it, do it? It's nice, isn't it? They don't have to do it.
No, that goes a long way as well.
Yeah, it does. It's nice. You know, when people do that for you, you think, yeah, it's on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I got £150 off league or something at that time, because it's league insurance or something. But yeah, they looked after me then, so I thought I'll go back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. And there were a few lads digging you, like you said.
So
Yeah,
then is it
Wes.
Belper?
Yeah.
Town. What's it, Town?
What's it, Town then?
Yeah. A few clubs here.
Do you know what? I'm flabbergasted by this.
I went from Mossy Albion.
No, because like I knew your dad, your clubs, Frickley, Stockey, Belper, Hallam now.
Yeah.
I know you went from Belper to Sunderland for a bit, and I know you've done a little bit of this flitting around when you can't play.
Yeah.
Which you don't blame.
I did chef in between Ossie for a little bit, but that didn't quite work
Well,
out.
there's been a few clubs in there that I didn't.
What? Yeah, expect.
They were not really. Can't remember him going to goal, even if it was short.
Or Aquaforce.
I can't even remember. I can remember you being at Osset Albion. I can't remember you being at Osset Town, you know.
Yeah, Underground Blackpool first.
Yeah.
I played against Osset Albion. I played against Osset Town for Osset Albion. We lost last minute, and I scored an header from the edge of the box. And after the game, probably Grant could have got in trouble for this. He ran up to me and went, "How much are you on here?" I told him, I'll get more than that. Come with us. I went, no, I'm not like that, do you know what I mean? But I liked it, yeah. And then that new board came in, Osset Albion. The big ball guy who took all the way in, I can't remember his name. It was Phil Smith, he's still at Osset United now, and there was another lad who came in with him. And I just didn't like what they were doing.
Yeah.
That's when they were going to do the merge, but he would come in, he was doing this with Osset Albion, I thought, no. And then they called Rich and Lord signed, and I thought, we're going to sack him here. I'm going while it gets bad. Before it gets bad, I went to Osset Town. Underground Black and Knobs.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it there, to be fair.
That's where the link comes in with your Belper then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Grant got offered the Shaw Lane job halfway through that season.
Yeah.
And I talked to him about it. And he stayed. It's a good job he did, really, explain books.
Yeah. They signed you a centre half for Osset Town.
No, back up front.
Right.
I'm back up front, the Alex Pearson centre half.
Right.
So you were good. You know what I mean? And I was doing well there. I scored a few, to be fair. And Emil Sinclair up front. He came.
Yeah.
His legs had gone a little bit, but he was still good. Do you know what I mean? He was a
Yeah.
good player. And you know what I mean? He was top there. Very good side there again, because they just missed out on playoffs the year before. And how good, because this year they had a good run in the FA Cup, and I'd already played in it with Osset Albion. How good.
Nothing worse.
No, and Grant left there. Went to Belper. That's when he went to Belper.
Did you always know you were going to come for it?
Yeah, because we talked. We got a bit close, me and Grant. We were good mates, and he was saying, if I get a club, I'm coming back in for you. But then I followed Norbs to goal that season.
Yeah.
With Nipper again, with Carl Rose again. And I did it again to Carl Rose, to be fair. I just didn't turn. I got suspended for him. I just didn't turn back up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't a good club. They were getting relegated. I don't want another relegation on TV, no. So I just got out quick.
And then on to Belper.
I went to Aberystwyth Rec for a few games. under Luke Potter. I was good mates with him from Ossett Albion.
Yeah.
And he got a job and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go and help him out for a few games. I lived in Woolwell at the time, so I just thought, I'll go and play local. And then I didn't really want to drop down that time.
Yeah.
So I went back to Belper. That's when I went to Belper.
The Belper story is class, isn't it?
Belper.
What a club.
Probably the best club.
As a centre half or as a forward at Belper?
Went to the centre half.
And
Straight away. Yeah, straight away. I wasn't captain straight away at Alex Peterson, but I went straight in the centre half. And that was,
Great club.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Chairman, it was no chairman, so it was like a new start. Everything. I think that season they finished near bottom, they nearly got relegated. So everybody was new, so it was good. It was a new start, and it was probably the best club I've been at. Yeah. Unbelievable club.
Great pitch, great.
I think
just everything.
yeah.
Facilities now. I went back this season to. Obviously, the manager don't talk to me anymore, but I went back to see chairman, and the facilities now is unbelievable. He's got AstroTurf at back.
Yes, he has. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
but when
I always knew they'd do something with that bit back because it was a waste of bloody space.
When I went back a couple of seasons ago, they were building a training pitch and all on the other side of that.
Right.
You know when you go through, there's like in Calford doing their fields and all that.
Yeah.
But then something happened. Then I was on top of the morning saying you could floodlights in houses. And
that one on back thing, is it just a 5-a-side pitch or is it?
Yeah, 5-a-side pitch, yeah.
Do you think that was with cup money that got them over the line?
Oh, no, it probably won't because the cup money went on the floods.
Right.
We got flooded, didn't we?
Yeah.
Bad.
Really bad. We went down it like above his knee. It was bad.
So anybody else's eye, like
yeah, you probably drowned.
to my shoulders.
You don't snorkel on them. With a smudger like this, you just see bubbles coming up from that.
Yeah, great club. That first season we didn't really do well. I think we finished 9th. Which
But we're club happy with that.
Yeah, it's just an improvement.
Yeah.
And it's just
like it's from just staying up in it.
But what we were more happy was
what was it close to going out to? Division 1?
Yeah.
Back into counties sort of thing. Fucking hell.
But what they were more happy about, attendance went from like 90 to 200. I know it doesn't sound a lot, but it's a lot for them, isn't it? Yeah. Income-wise, but the attendance is built and built and built. But that comes with winning, doesn't it?
Of course it does. Of course it does.
600, 700, 800 quid a week, that, isn't it?
They're well supported now, aren't they?
Pays me wage.
Not quite.
Just.
They're well supported though, aren't they?
Yeah. I think they're averaging like 400 or 500 now.
But like what I found at Belper is when you went there, it felt like a proper club.
Yeah.
Because like you're coming out of changing room, bar would still be full.
Yeah,
still
because
loads of supporters having a beer and
that stems from like the chairman.
Yeah.
It's like all the family. You know what I mean? Chairman's wives, the chairman's sisters, the good. Yeah. That stems from them, and then that also came to us. But little things like chairman did, like he'd come in after a win and gear a crate, buzzing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Little things like that. It goes a long way, doesn't it, to lads?
I can remember playing against Belper, and it's one of the first times where they ever did an away team's manor match.
Yeah, they do that now. And I was saying it's too nice. Don't do that.
Oh man, there's an away team
they do.
match and give it like crate ale. Like you went back to coach, one lads gets on with crate ale. Thank you very much.
It's right what Sophie's saying though, you know, in terms of you're not in non-league for it's going to pay your weight, it's going to pay your mortgage off. Some people do really well at it. Some people do it because they've got an opportunity. They've got an opportunity just to play at a decent standard and get their pocket money. Yeah. So actually, those little bits
go a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. So like that. Well done, lads, today. You're changing.
There's a lot
dropping a crate.
There's loads he did for us at Belper. Like second season it was COVID, wasn't it? But we got the Notts County run. That's when we got to the fourth qualifying round. That's up there, one at best.
It's got to be up there with it. I know you've had
apart from the playoff.
Yeah.
That.
I know you've had some good times as well with Hallam this year, obviously, and the support that they've generated, which is phenomenal to see and great to see because we're in the same league. But that's got.
There was 7,500 there.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Like we went to a golf club just before, had a breakfast, and that chairman paid for everything. So we've had the breakfast, we've done this.
What time did you meet at ground on that FA Cup day?
I can't remember, but we met her quite early because we met. I don't know if we met at ground. We met at the golf club.
What Grant? Was it Grant and Norb's assistant?
Yeah. We met at the golf club. It's a very nice golf club. We had a breakfast and that. all paid for. We got on Derby's first team coach, which were brilliant. The experience of that, the telly's all over, and that was a bar in back. The Rebels, we took a few Rebels, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then got beer, and there's 1,500 Belper fans.
Unbelievable.
And we nearly won.
I know you did.
Yeah. We were 1-0 up, and then they equalised like late on in first half. It kills you a little bit, doesn't it? But then 75th minute they scored a winner, and then but we're still going. Last kick of game, they've cleared one offline to take it back to our place. And then best thing.
Weren't your goal unbelievable strike from someone?
Danny Gordon.
Yes.
Joke.
Yeah.
There's a clip that goes round now. It's on I think it was BT or whatever at the time. And commentators going, yeah, we're here now, it's Belper, we're doing really well. Oh my God, what a goal! And it, like, it screams. Yeah. And then, if you watch it, it's 25, 30 yards, it's top bin.
You see you all just set off, don't you, to
watch fans.
Yeah, but it's...
What was that feeling like when that happened?
It's goosebumps.
Well,
it's mad. You're going a bit now, you're thinking about it now.
A lot of lads from next month to watch.
Yeah.
Your dad gone?
Yeah, they've all gone, but like, we turn around, we just look at them all, we're all like, it's loud, it's always loud. Yeah. But then, best thing was, after the game, because we've gone over to the Belper fans again, like they do, and like we're all buzzing, we're walking off, but all Notts County fans have stayed, and there's a standing ovation to all us. That means something. They've got like people like Michael O'Dowd centre mid, they've got Ben Turner centre half, and they're all in Prem. Yeah. And they're getting a standing ovation going off. Do you know what I mean? But I think the manager, I think he was like an England under 21 or something, and he's coming up to us on a different level, your lads. You just don't stop. Yeah. I think they expect it's probably to be easy. Do you know what I mean? But they played the first team.
It was a great draw for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you look at
I was sat at work on toilet, do you know, like waiting for a draw, and I showed Notts County away. I'm like, wow, best draw you could get. Yeah. Without being at home, you want to play Notts County away, don't you?
Absolutely.
In fact, you either want a draw like that or a team you think you're going to beat, just to get to the first round. But you'll take that every day. It's like a first round draw, isn't it?
And it is. Have you been in Notts County?
I went to a Sheffield United at Notts County.
It's class.
Great ground. Old school. Proper ground. Change rooms are massive. Do you remember?
Yeah, they are massive, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
I went to referees. Obviously, you went to referees' room before, you know, with captains and manager and that. And it's me and Michael Doyle, and referees' room's like, it's like an house, it's like just an house.
Michael Doyle at Sheffield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great ball.
But yeah, we were unlucky last minute. If that one goes in, you get a draw, shoes in eye.
I know, but what about the memories though, Sam?
It's class. But even better though. So I said to Grant, I said, look, I'm not going back on the coach. My family's all here. We're going to have a few drinks in Nottingham. We've got a minibus back. I'm going to go back on there. Minibus, me turn up. Let's get train back. We're all like fuming.
That's from experts, right?
Well, they said that it was a blonde hair lass, which was a missus. She wasn't even drunk, saying that she was saying something to him. He was getting bottles thrown at him and that, but probably not surprised. Next we're in it.
But he turned around Sophie and went, he has been.
he didn't turn back up, so we had to all get trained back home.
You had 2 spells at Belper then?
Yeah, but the 4th season with Grant, that's when we got promoted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I think we had 5 seasons.
Chase Town away promotion playoff.
Yeah. If you watch highlights, I clear one offline like 3rd minute. I got man at match. No, but that season, like, we were in Midlands League, and this is where chairman did a lot for us again. We were in Midlands League, and we stayed over some places, all paid for. Well, it took a 10 hours wage. Sound.
Meal allowance.
So we had to
Friday nights?
Yeah, stay over.
Wow.
Obviously, didn't go out drinking, but we'd have a meal on the Friday. We'd get up in the morning, we'd have a breakfast, go for a little walk, do what we want, and coach to game.
Oh my!
So we did.
Did you know about that?
No, but I can remember speaking to Blackie around about that time when they got moved into Midlands League, and they were like, worst thing that could
It's a lot of travelling, yeah.
Because
we discussed it about Cambridge, Easton, which played the same place, Solham Town.
Yeah, we're
disgusting places.
Belper's there, and a lot of Blackie people were from here.
We were all Northern players.
So you're then asking them to travel that to then go there.
How good by chairman? How good by the chairman to recognise that and go, tell you what lads, I need you, best ship shake.
Yeah. So like Easton away, we stayed at in a hotel. We like I said, we had a meal, went for a walk and stuff, and luckily we won these games, you know what I mean? So we repaid them. Then another one we stayed in cottages. Because it was a very nice steak and nice before and everything. But he said, I don't want no. I'll take a tenner right away. A tenner?
No,
You know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
Like he took us to Dundalk. Not Dundalk, sorry. Belfast, we played Portadown. And he paid for everything then. It took so much out of his wages and that. We played Portadown, we stayed over in the hotel, played Portadown on the Saturday, then went out around Belfast. All paid for by him.
Not like good.
Yeah. Yeah, really good. Yeah. We had one story about Nelly. You know Nell Thorpe, me. We played
Liam or Craig?
Craig. Absolute love cannon. I've got a few stories for him. We played, we were in Belfast. We're in this hotel. We've got an 11 PM curfew because we're playing Portadown. He's gone down bar on his own. Took some beers behind bar. Says, oh yeah, stick them on 212, sir. Random number. Turns out it was chairman's niece's room. next morning, chairman's come down fuming. So Blackie's coming to things saying like, he knows who it is, full well who it is, but he don't know deep down. You know what I mean? He's like, I know who it is, but we're doing all this. You've done all this by beer, and Nelly goes, Gaffer, you and me, and just runs out. Runs out and says sorry to chairman. We won't let him play. He put these beers on his niece's room. But yeah, Nelly well those kind of.
That season, were you ever in contention for automatic that season? Or?
Yeah, we were up there with Ilkeston. But then Ilkeston just seemed to pull away.
Yeah.
They had a big budget, didn't they?
Yeah.
They pulled away. Luckily, with John O'Margaret's for the first half of the season. He scored 50 by Christmas.
Oh, did?
John O'Margaret's.
Okay.
How good is he?
He's one of them. He's a good footballer. Sometimes you don't think he's in game, then he'll score a trick. Don't miss.
He's had a couple of big moves, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a Kingsley.
Did you go Matlock for a bit?
Yeah, he's at Kingsley now.
You went King's Lynn from Matlock, yeah.
But yeah, he scored 50 by Christmas.
Yeah.
That helps.
Did he not stay for full season?
No, they default that.
Oh.
He went to Stanford.
Right.
Beat him in semi-final.
Were he playing?
Yeah, up top. Yeah, but we were like Midlands. We're all tippy-tappy football.
Yeah.
We won. You know what Grant's teams are like? We direct, we're aggressive, we bully teams, and they didn't like that in Midlands League. So that's what we want, the best team.
No, just
But
different.
with like me and Todd Jordan centre half, Tom Wilson, Prince Mancinelli. I don't know if you know him, but he's class on ball, by the way. He was a baller. Reece Bertram, Derry Robson, with Alex Peterson, Brody Litchfield. Good players. With Sam Bubbleton left back, got the absolute beast of a throw with shelters. They were throwing it from halfway line and reaching 6-yard box.
Yeah.
Then you got me and Alex and all that. Hammering
Reece
it.
were big lad, weren't he?
Yeah, Reece taller than me, 6'5", 6'6".
Todd Jordan's a big lad.
Yeah. But we didn't have the best footballing team, but Ben Rhodes good in air.
Yeah.
Good player. But we just hammered teams. We just sneaked in. We got in playoffs at end, and somebody put on Twitter, I can't see anybody else with it. Obviously Stamford Hills or in Chasetown. Never mentioned Belper.
That's great though, isn't it?
Do you know what I did?
Cheers.
Retreat.
I put a picture of a medal on. Cheers, pal. Winner's medal here. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
We'll play Stamford away on Tuesday night. Obviously everything's against us. We'll beat them 2-1. That'll bet them the final. There were flares up, it'll be brilliant. You know what I mean?
Were it home that?
Away, both away.
Wow, brilliant.
Stanford away, Chasetown away.
What a way to do it.
Chasetown away, because it's weird. You play Tuesday, Saturday, whereas North East Counties you play Saturday, don't you?
Yeah.
Tuesday,
That's
Saturday.
right.
So
Yeah.
the final were very leggy. Could tell everybody were tired end of season.
There's no better way to win.
No.
Well, I thought North East Counties were going to be this week. Semis.
Yeah.
And that final will be Saturday. But they dragged it out from
Saturday.
the week.
Which I think better because it gives you time to
Yeah, it gives you time.
to rest.
So is it same from all sides as well?
It was leggy
Tuesdays.
final. It was a very leggy
I remember we played Carlton and won 5-2. When we beat Belper 1-0 in playoff when I got promotion with Stocky.
It's a great feeling, isn't it?
Oh, mate, I got captain as well. Were you?
Yeah. Give me a trophy about that big. I mean, yeah, it's embarrassing that, but I don't care. We've won. But I felt better for chairman, them behind scenes, because they were just brilliant.
Yeah,
all that what they do for you, and then you just repay them by getting.
What was scoring for?
1-0.
Yeah, same as that.
Reece Bertram.
Yeah, same as that.
Alex got bench.
Andy Ringard.
But it ring. Good lad, ring.
Yeah, 1-0.
Yeah, last minute, 93rd minute, they cut inside. For some reason, I don't know why, I've just dropped online. It's come straight to me, I've cleared offline, and the referee blew final whistle.
Oh, wow.
all lads just ran to me. You know what I mean? What a feeling.
What attendance there?
2,500.
Brilliant.
2,000 there's 500 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Back to the clubhouse after we had a few beers, and then a few we came back to our house. I think I went to bed about 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. And we know it's a big step in it.
Oh, massive. Massive.
One league, but people don't realise
We were flying, we went up. We were 6 hours for
we didn't do it. We lost loads of us.
You got to hit ground running.
Didn't help. I got sent off first game of the season.
Did you?
Away at Mars.
Straight red.
Yeah. Went 3-0 down and put me up front of elbows and straight face. Away at Mask and all.
So were you a 3-game ban then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that didn't help.
How long did Grant last that year?
Not long.
No.
No, because Kittrick came in.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
Big Grant.
It was my own fault because I sat down with chairman and we had a list of names and he was asking my advice. I've been there for that long. I'm club captain. And he didn't really know managers. And Luke Potter came in with Kittrick. And I'm mates with Luke Potter and I just thought, you know what? Get him in.
Get opposite, yeah.
Now, Kittrick's, I'm not being funny, he's got a decent record and he's got some emotions and I thought, I might be alright. Nah. I don't think he liked it. He liked to have the change room beer. I don't think he liked it that he couldn't, because I'm not that type of person when I'll say yes. I'm a yes man. And because all lads were like with me, as my mates, he didn't like me. So I never played.
Right.
And I went to Asset United.
Yeah.
Back with Grant.
Yeah.
With somebody I trusted and knew, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And closer.
But then I'm gutted for chairman that I did it with Kittrick because he left him in a right mess.
Yes.
So I was more gutted for chairman.
Yeah.
That were leaving and stuff because I got my contract and that.
Yeah.
And when you leave a club like Belper, what's been like for 6 years, where you've loved it, then you go.
We great memories. Get promoted. Notts County.
Right. I was manager for a week long.
Yeah, you were.
I got sent off then. Let me sit at home. I was manager for a week. That was the worst week of my life. Never be a manager.
No.
So
then the season with Blackie back at Ossett.
Ossett United, yeah. I think it was about October time I went with him. I enjoyed it. We were alright at Ossett.
A few other lads follow as well, Derry and
Alex Peters and Derry and Dave Curtis, Nelly.
Yeah. Getting band back together and like.
Yeah.
Like what happens really, isn't it? Like,
But then the thing is with that one, we were that bullet teams, but that league were all same. All big brutes, weren't it? So
yeah.
we started well at Ossett and then we just went a bit.
Yeah.
And then
You went back to Belper?
yeah. I nearly signed at Emily.
Did you?
Yeah.
Rich?
Yeah. I met with him at lot, him at chairman at lot, and then when Belper comes back, I'm like, I want to go back to Belper.
And obviously managers who were there now still.
Yeah, it's still managers.
Yeah. Is it Lee?
Lee Attenborough,
Yeah.
Matt Wayne.
Yeah.
And I loved it back there.
Yeah.
I'm back and I loved it.
Yeah.
Playing every game.
It was back like you never been away.
Yeah, but I want captain up, but that didn't bother me. But I just love being back with Belper because it's without sounding weird. It's my club. You know what I mean?
Like
Yeah.
Longest stint.
Yeah. You know when you
What it longest stint?
yeah
Yeah.
when you find a club you love, you go back, don't you?
Yeah.
And that's where we like with Belper, so
Yeah.
went back there.
Yeah. It's hard to say no.
Yeah.
When they come knocking in and you think, I enjoyed it first time,
Yeah.
so I'll win back.
Enjoyed it back there.
And then did little lad coming along change things for you? And you know,
I went about it before we got this. I was speaking, and I was like, it's me and Mrs went through a long process to try and get the baby, having a baby.
Yeah.
And we were going through the season, and the lad came along, and I reckon they know about this shy, but do you know what I mean? They know what we're in. They come at me with a big lump sum of money, sign-on fee, and a nice wage, more than that I want. And I thought, I can't turn it down. I've got a kid coming.
Yeah.
They're expensive. I've got to renovate my house a little. Not renovate my house, but like sort of bedroom and get all this stuff.
I think you were quite honest with that on Twitter, you were.
I want it, yeah. I never like said, I'm going for football reasons, because I'm not.
We've had a couple of people, like we say, ask him how much you went for. Do you know what I mean? Things like that.
I would tell anybody. If anybody asks me, I'll tell them. I got a nice sign-on fee.
Yeah.
But it's
This is what it is.
yeah. I'm not going to go out there and say what it is now,
No,
because
but the only people who were questioning it are the ones who probably didn't get what you got.
And also don't understand the situation.
yeah.
You know.
But I will open up, like I said on Twitter, people want to keep coming at me. There's certain people at Belper like now, doesn't matter. But I'm looking after my family and I'm getting abused for looking after my family, you know what I mean? It's weird, it's a weird world, isn't it?
It is, because if you got offered 15 grand a year more to do exactly the same job as what you're doing now, on a Monday to Friday, you're doing that.
All these
There's
people
only one
abused
person.
to do it same.
Well, it's an easy target football.
Yeah.
From top to bottom of money, just he's gonna put money. Yeah.
But I said it.
Yeah.
I don't think you did. I can remember you saying. I can
I
remember
put
you
on
tweet.
Twitter.
You did. I can remember it.
Would the fans actually rather say, Danny Southwood, yeah, it's football.
I've dropped down 2 leagues for football reasons. No, I haven't.
No. Yeah.
But that's how awful disrespectful Shybooks it's not.
No.
And you know what? People don't understand personal situation. For everybody who don't know you,
They might.
they don't know what your family income is.
No.
They don't know what issues you might have at home in terms of what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and quite frankly, it's nothing to do with them.
No, it's none of their business. But like I said, I will open honest with everybody.
Yeah, I can remember you saying it, mate. I can remember you putting it on.
I've gone for financial reasons.
Yeah.
Done.
I can remember you saying it.
And then I got abused. Sound, cheers.
End of chat.
To be fair, a couple of Belper fans actually messaged me privately and said, look, we've done the same thing. Even one of them put to the manager, if you came into a massive budget now, would you go for Players League higher? Yes, you would.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, innit?
Yes.
Yes, you would. You would go for players, 2 leagues, 1 league higher.
Of course.
Yeah.
To get you out of the league. To get you out of the league, you're in.
You're not going to league below, so
Exactly.
we'll double you one who will say, we'll give you one more that's playing at higher. Yeah.
And there were some good players at Shybrook.
Yeah.
Nat Watson, class.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. There were some very good players at
Yeah,
Shybrook.
yeah.
And they got promoted.
Yep.
So,
I can't remember. Is it Nat somebody who you play?
Nat Watson.
No, not Nat Watson. Muirhead or something like that. No, I think of somebody else.
No.
Yeah. Clayton, is he? Were you there?
There were Brad McGowan, centre half.
Yeah.
Very good. There were Kieran Watson who would score goals for fun.
Yeah.
Rio Allen were the heroes at Allen with me now, but he never played. There were Anthony Dwyer, Kiani,
Yeah, Kiana.
Richard Patterson.
Yep.
Great lad.
Yeah.
Benny's brother.
We know we
She's doing well.
Good side. Nat Watson was a joke, by the way. Yeah, very good player.
Did you enjoy your time there then?
Yeah and no. I enjoyed the people at Shybrook, and I'm not slagging Shybrook off because I enjoy Shybrook. It was a big drop down from what I'm used to, if you know what I mean.
I think going back, like you said, going back to the coach journeys,
Yeah, I don't want to sound arrogant because I'm far from it, but when you're dropping from Belper where everything's there for you, you go to Shybrook and like one at games, I don't like slagging off, but you ain't got enough kit. Yeah. It's like,
Frustrating.
what am I doing here? Do you know what I mean? Training once I am sorted the training facilities out.
Yeah.
Should we be doing that?
No.
And it was like a big reality check for me. I'm thinking what we're doing, do you know what I mean? But
I like
I just thought,
Yeah.
that balance looks well.
I like Shybrook as a place, or a football finals. It's just a proper.
Like the people are sound.
You know, you're going to have to roll your sleeves up,
Yeah.
dig in if you want to get the result.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because when we went with others little the year, we pulled up on minibus.
Greyhound racing.
No, we were ferry racing.
Yeah, Greyhound racing.
It was ferry racing outside the ground, and like blow like. We have to stop there, mate. We're just starting ferry racing. Oh, what? Yeah.
Delayed kickoff.
But it's owned by community, isn't it? That place, it doesn't own by
We
Shybrook.
do have some
Greyhound
racing.
racing.
Yeah.
We were training once and no ground racing, but listening to this training, they got a lad in to do breathing exercises. I'm still being this learning me how to breathe. Yeah. Mate, I'm for Shybrook. You know what I mean? Let's relax. Let's just go and train. Yeah, we're embarrassing.
So somebody in volume.
Just let me check it.
Yeah.
So from Shybrook
To Allen.
to Allen.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's up there with Belper as a club.
Yeah.
I think everybody behind the scenes. The only thing that lets us down is the pitch, but it's not a very good bit slope, is it?
No.
But do you know what? The clubhouse, the people.
Let's talk about
the chairman.
This support mechanism they've managed to build.
It's a joke. It's a joke, isn't it?
So as we are recording this now, 1,200 tickets sold for your playoff semi-final.
Probably going to be more in there.
100%.
Yeah.
Because people are going.
Like we played Chef the other week.
Yeah.
14.96.
Yeah. Couldn't beat it.
We played Stocksbridge. What were it?
12, 13
Something like that, yeah. We played, I think, what did we play midweek? Like we played Silkston midweek on a Tuesday night in Chef Cup and we got 350 there.
Yeah.
So it was something like that. It's not exact figures, but against Silkston, no disrespect to Silkston, but you know what I mean? It's a joke, isn't it?
Crazy.
They played at weekends against Golden, like its last game of the season, didn't mean no to anybody. And there's like 800 there.
They put a crazy stat up the other day about
Top 5 were Hallam.
yeah,
But
which I'm not surprised by.
at first, with the fans, and a few of them will, I had a go at a few of the fans on Twitter, because they were like being deluded and like saying we should be doing this. I'm like, listen, we're 5 games in, just relax. It's October, so I'm like, relax. Line up where we are, we're second.
Yeah, you well done yourself here, phenomenal run.
I think, and this is not against Silverton, they might say something, if we had the squad we had now, at the start of the season, we'll win that league.
Yeah.
Because we were 20 points behind Silverton at Christmas.
Yeah. What, you finished 9?
9, but we got within 5
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah.
That's not bad going, is it?
No, I think
We're unbeaten since November in the league. I think we beat Parkgate 1-0, and that's I can't remember the last time we lost. Can't remember a game where we lost. We lost to FA Vars, and that was it. And that we shouldn't have lost that.
So what changed?
players,
Just
personnel.
Yeah, put me up front.
Is that, are you playing up front now?
Yeah, I don't fucking know watching this.
There will be.
No, I've been playing up front, yeah. But he's got a good group in 9. It's a settled group. Sharmo and Alfie. James Sharmo and Alfie Smith.
Yeah.
He's got a good set of lads. He's got a good changing room.
Yeah.
He's got a good settled squad.
Yeah.
A very good settled squad. And it helps. When your squad's settled, it helps.
So do you think...
And I know Dent's has got a bit of a history with that, and Dent's been mind me saying it. He did go through a lot of players, and then the conversation went by, let's get a sell squad. And now he has got a sell squad, and he hasn't got any loads of players in. Look at it.
Yeah. Is it I'm not going to say burden, because it should never be a burden to play in front of that many supporters, but is it a positive for you, or can it be a negative for you, or are they always behind you for 90 minutes? Is it
always behind you?
If you go 1-0, you know, if you go 1-0 down Saturday, are they going to drag you back through it? Hopefully?
Yeah.
Are they that type of supporters?
Constantly singing, constantly doing that drum.
Yeah.
They're always behind you, to be fair. Yeah.
So this is a fantastic opportunity for them, isn't it?
Yeah, especially at home.
2 home games.
Yeah. Potentially 2 home games.
Yeah.
Because I don't think many teams can beat us at home.
No.
I know we've lost a few at home, but we are good at what we do at home.
And that's what pitch helps you.
Yeah, Daniel lumped it onto my head.
Yeah, play the pitch.
Yeah.
It does. That's what you do, don't you? Like people say, oh, you play this football. We don't play any football. We just play it to win.
Yeah.
Don't matter how we play. We win.
No.
We just win.
You're not
Sorry
saying history books, really.
No.
Yeah.
People like we won about teams earlier. I'm not going to mention teams' names, but people try and come and play out at Hallam's pitch. You can't play out on Hallam's pitch.
No.
Against the team who's going to go
We'll press high.
Yeah,
we'll go after you. Do you know what I mean? We had the worst game in the world, weren't we, when we played Joy? Bad ball that.
Not when John got something.
They were screaming, it's a red.
Oh, that's a Stonewall red. I'm like, wow.
They were back with them.
Yeah. Like,
swirling.
It would just swirl, but we didn't want a direction. It would just go in anyway, wasn't it?
You actually won a good game for our back.
If you remember, Hugo kicked it.
Yes.
And it went over your keeper's head and I've tapped it in.
Yeah.
He was my pace.
I thought, how's he got there? Must have been offside. I think he come out.
Lads were shouting
I think
offside.
he come out at bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, line.
Lads were shouting offside. You itself has never been offside. But no. It's
10 seconds before he'll be in drum.
They were like a proper non-league game, weren't it?
Yeah.
We're not going to play football here, we'll just get it.
I can remember 1-0 down there. I'm like, ref, it's dangerous there. Can't play.
Full time we're going over,
I said,
weren't it?
1-0 down, hoping to get called off. Ref, it can't be playing this. It's shocking.
It will let me know when you set warm up with cones. When team for teams talk, come back out.
Yeah, and you're putting ball on the spot and it's rolling away.
Yeah, we'll just.
You don't help by going downhill at one point.
Old school
I can remember I was trying to dodge your big man because he's good in air, innit? What's it called? Wayne. He's good in air, but the ball kept swirling to me and Wayne. He's like, another one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you've loved your time there.
Yeah, a good club. I think they deserve to go up just because of that fan base and the people behind the scenes.
Going back to the fan base, I think it's ridiculous.
It's unbelievable.
the crowds and the amount that you get in, especially when 1 week you're on Wednesday at home, week after you.
I think Wednesday at home this Saturday, aren't they?
That'll make a difference. This
No, so we've got 1,200 sold.
Yeah, that's
But do you know if I hate saying it because if we do get to the final, there's no Wednesday or United. So what we're going to get?
yeah, bank holiday because it's Friday.
Because I think now
they play Friday.
temporary stands in on that other side.
they've extended it back a bit.
Yes, they have.
I think
It goes to pretty much qualifying, doesn't it?
that goes over 1,500 now.
Right.
And I think maybe they can use the cricket side. They did against Chef.
They're going to have to.
Yeah.
For playoff final if you get to that.
Because no Wednesday night, it's going to be a joke, isn't it?
And it will be if you get someone like, well, the other semi, they're well travelled.
Beverly,
Golker, yeah.
It's a good game, that.
It is a good game, but they'll travel well then to a game. So
Beverly, I think Beverly fetched about 300 when we played them.
Yeah. And
We
Golker,
beat them 7-0, didn't we?
We
I can't believe it.
we played Golker in League Cup.
Beat them.
We beat them, but they still fetched 75
I think
to 80.
I think they were a good crowd when we played them.
On Tuesday midweek.
Two good sides.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's 4 good sides in playoffs.
been a good league, really.
Yeah, because anybody's beat anybody.
Yeah, been a good league. Yeah.
We've lost to teams below us. You think, but they're good sides.
Yeah.
No bad sides.
I think North East counties are getting stronger because people are realising like it's the less travel,
Let's travel probably similar money.
less travel, no bank holidays.
Yep. No Christmas.
That's all I thought.
No Christmas, no boxing
I've
day.
got I've got no bank holidays.
You're right.
Is it match raw day, bank holiday on Boxing Day?
Yeah. Not now.
No.
Under there now.
Yeah.
Should have powered drones. Just kidding, Dickie.
That's not what he's been saying. Yeah. So where's the future for you then, mate? Not putting you on the spot, but see how this season goes, see where it takes you and see what happens with Hallam.
Can never say how
Well, your season's still alive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still got the
I just want to get this.
potentially 180 extra time, mate. If them legs will get you through extra time.
Not that else.
Yeah.
I just want to get
You're
this.
taking a pen though, aren't you, if it goes?
Yeah, with my head.
Referee's bouncing.
I just want to get this club promoted.
Yeah.
That's simple as that. Another promotion on CV is nice, isn't it? As captain as well.
You seem pretty.
Is it a great change room?
Yeah.
Because it always.
I think good change rooms get you 15 points a season, kind of easy. If you get a bad egg, it spoils it, doesn't it?
It normally don't last, does it?
No. They normally you get them out of it.
Yeah.
If manager runs, players will get them out, don't they?
Correct.
You always find your bag end pretty early, don't you? You get them out.
Any cannons in there? Or are they all level headed?
We did have Nelly at the start season. I've got loads of stories of Nelly.
That Hugo.
Hugo's alright, yeah.
Has he calmed down now?
Yeah, he's a good lad.
As he used to be.
Got a few thick lads. Brandon Bradbury,
Yes.
the thickest kid I've ever met.
Good player though.
Very good player. Thick.
Yeah.
Really thick.
Yeah. What about, you mentioned him earlier, Rio?
I went about it too early. Sometimes like he's not in game, but then he'll score a trick. But then some games you're like, wow. He'll get a move. Easy.
It's got to, won't
Yeah. If Hallam go up, he might stay at Hallam.
it? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because he'll get a better deal.
Did you first come across him then when your time on a Sunday where...
That was Shiro.
Right.
And
Then you did play with
Scarthorpe.
Scarthorpe,
Yeah, that's when we had a good season. Well,
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
But
Yeah, you've won some stuff, mate.
yeah, Joker, we won a lot
Yeah.
with that Patterson.
Rich.
We put it down, right? No, but Joker won a lot. Scarthorpe won a lot last season. Two good Super League teams. And then, Rio was Scarthorpe, really, and Shirebrook. He didn't play at Shirebrook, did he? But I travelled in with him.
Yeah.
Thought he's a good lad, he's a good player. No, when you know he's a good lad.
Yeah, yeah. Take him under wing, mate.
Yeah.
How old is he?
21.
Yeah, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. He's got potential to go. If he builds it up, or just learn how to use his body. Because you don't have to be strong to use your body. But yeah, it's
Are
scary.
you taking lead in changing rooms at Hallam? How for you?
Do you know what? I like to be like a big character in change room.
Yeah.
But do you know, as a captain, I'm not like a massive speaker in change room. On pitch I am. On pitch I'll get it all. But like, no, I'm not a massive speaker, but I like to be like a character and just have a laugh. I love a laugh. You've got to have a laugh when you change room. Banter.
I think
Banter
that
class.
was massive this week. Because sometimes some will feel pressure.
Yeah.
Tension.
100%.
And you just need somebody just
Talking about to you earlier, like people will, no disrespect to some lads, because there's some really good players in the change room, but they've not been in this. They might have played in league below.
That's it. Your experience of being in playoffs and doing
you
it.
just treat it as another game, don't you?
Yeah.
That's all. It's another game. We've played each other twice already.
Yeah.
You do what we normally do.
I think we spoke on the past about when you're younger, even like getting to finals with Sundays,
Yeah.
you'll take day off work.
Yeah.
For final.
The day before Notts County.
Second or third one, you just say, it's a final tonight. I'll just go to work as normal and prepare as I would.
To fair, day before Notts County, I had the day off. My missus checked me to that smile massage and no happy endings. But do you know what I mean? Little things like that. At night, just think.
Just get, yeah.
I'll be with Babby at 6.
Yeah. Will they come to the game? You all come to the game
Yeah,
Saturday?
I'm going to walk out with him.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
He'll
Dad will definitely be there.
He walked out with Rio on Saturday, to be fair to me. Yeah, Babby. Well, he didn't walk out. Rio carried him. He's bigger than Rio. Rio like this, Babby will carry Rio.
So watch this space then, mate, in terms of next year. Obviously a little bit too early for you to make your mind up anyway, but obviously I know you're determined on getting these boys
That's
up
what
wide.
it is, yeah.
Get out of line.
Just fan base, and I think, like
Is that not planned end of season, do? Is that happening or?
well, they don't know. It depends if you win, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you win, you like to do something like that.
Does Danny South end up being a manager in future?
No.
Definitely not.
No, I did it for a week at Belper, that's it.
I was going on that.
No, I'm not bothered. No. I think when I'm retired, I'd like, depending on when it is, as long as I'm getting some kind of money coming in from football, I'll keep playing, but when Younger starts playing, that's it. Hopefully he starts playing.
Yeah.
Heading and kick it
And
somewhere.
then he can just buy a couple of beers after the game.
Yeah.
Nice job, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because it does, doesn't it, South? I mean, families change everything for the better.
Yeah.
I know you
I never planned on
feel,
being a manager.
yeah, I know you feel stronger about that anyway in terms of Littleton coming along and
Yeah.
focus has now shifted onto England
Massively, yeah.
and stuff. It's
Obviously, like Sundays now, like people ask me to play Sundays. I signed with AFP this season.
yeah,
That's my family time. That's me and my missus and my kids. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's my day.
Yeah.
Saturday's still your day gone, innit?
yeah,
But that my day is with them two.
yeah,
Doesn't matter. Like bank holidays, my day is with them two.
yeah, absolutely, mate. And
Right,
it's like it got to a stage with me. I used to love Sundays, and it just was like, I'm out Saturday and Sunday. It's not very fair, is it? When I've got 3 kids at home, so
Once my football playing is done, that's it.
Once you're
I'm
done.
just trying to take him everywhere he wants to do, what he wants to do.
Just not
Even
letting
if he just Man U, I don't know.
yeah. Everybody south is Miss Man U game, so
Few
if
men
they are losing,
for this.
if they are losing,
Done.
it'll be a good night.
Yeah.
Sophie, thank you for coming on, mate.
No
All the
worries.
best on Saturday, pal.
Cheers.
And try and get him over that line. All right, pal. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.